Hey guys, welcome back to CDS Week 7 this week against Sir Termin and the Empire's Gladiators. Sorry I'm a little bit behind on things with the holidays and things. I kind of got caught up in it. But without further ado, let's jump into it and give a quick recap about the bans and strategies going into this week. So Sir Termin here has a pretty interesting lineup. He has Aphelios, Volibear, Ezreal, TF, Veigar, Evelynn, Maokai, Caitlyn, and Vladimir. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't prep too much going into this week. I think so. This was last week, so that means prepping it took place 2 weeks ago. Was the launch of the new TFT set 10, Remix Rumble, super cool if you play TFT, and that kind of sucked a bit of my attention away from the CDS. And so, more or less, so I was looking at his past decks that he was playing, right? You'll notice the Vladimir Veigar. So he was playing Battle Tree using Veigar as Battle Champion, Battle City Champion, and Vladimir as a Noxus Champion. And he was playing a mix of things like Ezreal Twisted Fate, which is the PNZ Bilgewater Temple deck, and a mix of some Shadow Isles deck, either being like the Maokai Evelynn or the Maokai Volibear. So this was a more standard. Okay, it wasn't. This was a sort of closely standard Behu Endur list. Maokai Evelynn being something that he's played a lot in the past, being this sort of pseudo mill deck. But you notice in week 3 was the Cosmic Call nerf. And so in the past, he was playing like triple Cosmic Call, double Cosmic Call, cosmic call, whatever it may be, right? He was playing a lot of Cosmic Call. And so unfortunately in the past, or the first 3 weeks, his sort of strategy is a little bit denied, right? And so it's really looking at like the next 2 weeks or so. And that's pretty much all I had to look at. And it's a pretty big core of Ezreal TF and some Shadow Isles deck, and I guess Tree, right? And so I was hoping that he would be sticking to something similar like that, right? Like something like the Ezreal TF, just because I think on paper it looks to be his strongest deck, and I was really gunning to sort of counter that. And I think that's where this week goes a little bit awry, because I decide to make a decision that doesn't really pay off. So I had 2 decks that I was fairly confident in. I had the Udyr Galio, and this is just a standard mid-range deck. I have 2 copies of Pioneer to blow up the temple, so be it. And it's just a sort of mid-range pressure deck that these sort of like damage-based removal decks, especially the TF Ezreal, just can't deal with, right? You stack a lot of power, you stack a lot of HP, and they can't really deal with your board. You play Galio, you rally, you win the turn, you win the game, right? Next deck that I was actually really confident in was the Mistwraiths deck. I think I brought this in the past week against Majin Bay, but it was banned. And this is just pretty classic SI Fearsome's Allegiance deck, off the calls of Wraithcaller, Harrowing, and things like that. Nico's actually pretty fun in this deck because she can turn into another Fearsome. I believe there are 3 different Fearsome units that are in her pool actually she can transform into, and so just having an extra Fearsome champion in replace of like Elise, right, kind of like ties this deck a little bit together. Definitely off the call of like Soul Cleave Mistwraith, a really strong combo that can actually kill people on turn 4 depending on the situation. And I was looking at his past Ezreal TF lists, and he doesn't actually have many ways of dealing with Soul Cleave on specifically Mistwraith, Mistcaller, sorry, on turn 4. He'd have to like spend 5 mana for Divine Whirlwind unless he was able to draw 2, which is a really big sort of detriment to how he can play out his turn, because it's turn 4, right? At max you can have 7 mana, and maybe you've spent mana in the past, so minimum you have 4 mana where Divine Whirlwind's unplayable. And at max you have 7 where you only have 2 to spend for the rest of your turn, right? Or like Gotcha at fast speed, or you have to commit the Aftershock, or I even play the Soul Cleave, right? So very awkward situation for him if I were able to get that down. And for the third deck is where things kind of go awry. I decide to play Pirates because I think that aggro go boom boom is the best answer to Ezreal TF, which probably isn't bad. I was sort of limited on options. I was thinking if I want to play like SI Burn, or like I don't know. I was sort of struggling with like a better third deck to play because I wanted it to be good into the Ezreal TF. I could have brought like my Janna Fizz, the Nox, or Janna Katarina, the Noxus deck that I brought against Majin, but I just wasn't confident with the power level of that deck. But I still think that deck would have beat Ezreal TF if I was given the chance. I don't know. I digress. I ended up bringing this deck, which turned out to be pretty bad because he throws a little bit of a curveball at me, and he decides to bring TF Veigar over TF Ezreal. And all of a sudden, he has a go hard control deck out of nowhere. Let's keep moving. He brings a Phalios PNZ, and he has 3 copies of Cosmic Youngling and 3 copies of Star Shaping. Okay, and then for his last deck, he has this Evelyn Maokai deck, which is like, aha, it's a Shadow Isles deck. But he brings 2.5 Shadow Isles control decks this week, and to me, who decides to bring Pirate aggro. So it was a nightmare off the bat, because in my attempts to counter him, he was able to counter me. I don't know if like was too obvious, damn. But it looks like people are ready for me to play some aggro shenanigans, and he was really ready. And so obviously, if I knew that he was able to do this, which I could have expected given his trades, but I was just caught a little bit short-sighted, especially because I didn't prep too much for this week. But you'll see how those games actually unfold. But that's the story of two players kind of tied together, and I'll leave you guys with the games. It was actually it was a close one, but we'll see how things end up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next one, or the week 7, is going to be on time this Saturday, so in a couple of days after you see this one. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. I think we got hard countered. Damn. Good on him. Expecting me to bring aggressive lineups. I didn't even consider the fact that he could do that. So we're in for a ride. Question is, what is the best matchup for Pirates? Jeez, they all suck. It's none of them. What is the worst matchup? Is it Vile Feast deck? Yeah, 3 Vile Feasts. Let's try the one with TF in it. When it comes down to it. Oh, besides extra Withering Mists. So much healing. Oh, they all have so much healing. The one with TF in it, right? Yeah. That sucks. Fearsome should be alright. We'll see what we can do. And then we'll have to just sneak in with Pirates somewhere. But here's 2. Okay, this should be our best matchup. Hypothetically. He has no fearsome blockers except for his champions. And his removal is somewhat inadequate. Good card. I don't have time to play you. You're not until turn 5. Do I keep Nico? Oh, Nico's alright, especially on Silver Light here. But I kind of hard mull for Soul Cleave. Keeping Nico would reduce or like increase my odds of hitting Allegiance, but needing to hit like Soul Cleave is kind of important. Also a good card. Okay, my hand kind of has nothing in it. Do I Soul Harvest that and deal 4? I'm not sure if killing the ballistic bot's correct, given the fact that, you know, there's Cosmic Youngling, Aphelios in the deck. But maybe it was wrong. I don't know. I think it was wrong. We can skip this, go into this, and then top deck Soul Cleave. Well, that makes things easier. This doesn't really matter just because of the fact that we have Fearsomes. We can't really block it. Against Harrowing, it's sort of useless. And then we hit the Soul Cleave. Never lucky. This killing something like a Aphelios here is probably more important than a little bit of healing he can get from the Cosmic Youngling. He's playing around the Soul Cleave. Smart, smart. The issue is our Nocturne progress is kind of in the gutters. There's the Aphelios. We get rid of the Aphelios. I think this is definitely one of the more important cards to get rid of. Cosmic Youngling again just can't block Fearsomes. And then at some point, Harrowing should just... He has no answer to Harrowing. This isn't some, like... He has no, like... What's it? I could play Skitterer. I don't think it's super necessary. Nocturne's leveling on the Risen Mist. Although I don't really care for my health total either, or shouldn't really come to it. What I was saying is he's not playing the card. Oh wow, interesting. I think the one card you can block is an interesting choice. I have 7 mana. I can go like Skitter Risen. And then on our next attack turn, we just Harrowing him. And then we win. Is, I think, the ideal circumstance. But what's that card that got nerfed? He still takes 7 and then Harrowing, right? Oh, it's the thing that discounts or invokes. He's not playing that card because it got nerfed. So he's only on Star Shapings, which means that he has no answer. Or like there's no pressure, right? Now I just want a full block. I can like sack Nocturne if I want. And the cool part about Nocturne in combination with Harrowing is it just makes his entire board unable to block Fearsomes. Also, if he kills Nocturne, Nocturne goes into the death pool, even better, right? And now I just want to block. Not giving me. Probably just send off the Skitter. I mean the Miswraith. I get it back. And oh, but if I block there, no, if I block there, oh, interesting. Like he has no answer to Harrowing, right? He just 12 health is not gonna save him. And the cool thing about it is Nocturne gives my non-fearsome units fearsome too. So there's one extra fearsome unit here. I don't think there's anything that saves him. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's our best matchup. Now we have to play Pirate aggro. Oh. Man, if I was second guessing this deck. I should have brought something else, but it feels gonna play like, oh my god, if I brought his combo instead this week. No, but he has Targo and Ninetales then. It wouldn't really have done well either. But there's not much we can do here. We can pray he doesn't have Mystic Shot. Not a huge fan of those odds. I don't like 3/2s. 2 mana. Let's get blocked by his units that his 1 mana 2/1s. He doesn't have one though. He only has 4 1-drops. Of course. I could choose like Blaze Edge it, but then that means I have to float turn 2. And then he can still have Mystic Shot from Katarina. No point trading for 1 damage though. Not like he can just like kill this without expending a Mystic. Right. Oh shit. Okay. If he doesn't have Mystic Shot and Katarina levels, I mean there's a chance, but otherwise I might just concede the game. So he has 3 Mystics and 2 Aftershocks to deal with Katarina here. Ah, how do we win? How do you win? I think we don't, but in case there isn't out. Oh my god, that's so disgusting. I have another Katarina for that at least. Okay. Can I like fish for a Mystic Shot by playing this? Would that ever work? Can I ever bait him into it? Shit. Damn. Never lucky. Please? No way. No way. Katarina levels, there's a chance. Oh my god. He didn't hit it. I don't think he hit it. What can I attack with though? Well, if he had it, I attack with. I think I can just hold my entire board. And then I can just whittle down these guys with Blaze Edge first. I got so baited, it hurts. That's so sad. Okay, how do we win? I don't think we can. Can't kill these stupid younglings. My god. My god, did he draw all the cards he needed in this matchup? Yeah. Valios, we concede. Good enough for me. Oh dear. Okay. This matchup. I feel like it's better. Because he doesn't have any units that cost 1 mana. He has no 1 mana 2/1s, which is a huge window of opportunity for us. Not to mention that his champions are also 4 costs, which are bricks for the first 3 turns, right? Which is huge as well. Like, he doesn't want to see his champions in his opening hand. That means he gets exposed. Now, the only issue is Vile Feast just completely ruins us. I'll keep Maker Rain because Cisa Sentry 2/1, Vile Feast 1/1. If we're to win against any of his decks, I'd really think that this is the one. Oh my god, that's like the best draw in our deck. Because 2/1. And I can still play you and then have Maker Rain. It's like if he plays Vile Feast, he has that. Like if he has Vile Feast, he probably does it here. And then we can just Maker Rain it. Also, if he plays a 2/1, we can make. And then if he passes, we probably just play you. Maker Rain better. Because I want to keep my 3/2, right? My 3/2 is so important here. Because the 3/2 just means that he can't do shit. Or like, he can't kill it easily, I guess. This maybe usually always gets 1 damage. He had Vile Feast, I think he'd probably play it. So I think it's pretty safe to say he just doesn't have Vile Feast. Again, good. Oh my god, the best card of my deck. This is it. This is it. And he doesn't have Deadlim Wander. Oh my god. I think we win. Because we can open with Eye of Nakaboros, and then we have Fervor. think we got it. I think we have it. As long as he doesn't have Withering Mist. I do not want to see that card. Oh my god, Decimate, Fervor, Katarina. He does have 3 copies of Undergrowth. Might see. Hate Spike. Oh my god. No Undergrowth, no Vile Feast. Maybe Withering Mist, but now we have Fervor backup. Wow, he drew really poorly. Wait, he always had that? We can Fervor the block, which is really good. We have Understanding that doesn't have Undergrowth. Down a Vile Feast. That's fine. That's annoying. Let's read. Okay, we can Fervor the block next turn. Get this trade at least, which is good. I definitely want to open attack to play around Withering Mist. And then we Fervor whatever's... And we'll see. We'll see if we want to Fervor.
Tough day, friend. I know that look.
I don't have lethal. I have to draw another Fervor. How much damage is it? I have outs if I draw Fervor, and then I have Decimate. I have outs. Damn, you got 2 Huss onto the... Oh my god, it's so annoying. I can still draw Fervor. Still have Fervor. And then play out. Okay. Fervor, and I can win still. Top deck Fervor. Or Decimate. 2 draws. Or Zap Sprayfin into Fervor. So that's 3, 5, 7 draws. 1 in 3 almost. Wow. So unfortunate. I have lethal still. It heals 3. Blocks, blocks, blocks. Goes to 6, goes to 5. Or 1 off. Oh, that's so unlucky.
Take a load off.
I had 7 draws. I had 7 draws. I have 8 with Make It Rain. Oh, it's so unlucky. Ah, that sucks. Is there any 1-drop that deals 1 on last breath? I don't know. If I play it, if I play this card, it just gives him too much free info. Gets to do whatever he wants. But I don't think that matters. Is there any, is there a 1-drop that deals 1? Oh my god. It's so unlucky. Okay, well, we still have draws. Okay, Decimate doesn't do it. It's Fervor, Make It Rain? Well, if he goes to 5, Zap, Fervor still wins. Okay, we're not out of it yet. We have 2 impact poros. And I don't know how impact lifesteal works. Okay. I know his hand sucks. Fervor top deck we win. There's 2 insta wins. Oh. Well. Okay, well that greatly reduces the number of draws we have. Our chances are worse, right? Come on. Natty meat. We don't have the 5 champ draws anymore that would be bricks. Goes to 5. Decimate might still work. I don't know how this impact interaction works. Like if impact goes off before lifesteal or at the same time, I might still win. Decimate? I need this decimate. Oh, there's no way he drew something that. Okay, last 2 cards decimate fervor out of 3. Or like demolitionist. No, but that wouldn't work. I need decimate fervor or demolitionist fervor. Now there's no outs. That's so sad. Ay. That sucks. That does indeed suck. Damn. We ran into a tough lineup.